Jack Levenberg, thank you for taking the time and coming down in the studio with us.
Thank you. I relish the opportunity to be able to talk to you. And
so, is this your first entry into the city council or city politics, that sort of thing? Are you from the area?
Yeah, if you call it that, yes.
Okay.
I'm a retired pharmacist and never dealt with politics except to vote, and so I thought that this was a great opportunity to be able to get in and serve.
And what kind of appealed about the opportunity to you?
Well, I have the time, being retired, and so I dealt with, let's say, politics per se in college and class presidents and things like that. I serve on a couple of different boards here in Santa Clarita, one at Plaza Rita and one for County of Los Angeles Nature Center Associates.
Oh, that's for the Plaza Rita Nature Center?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And so I've always dealt with those kind of things, and so the opportunity presented itself and jumped in.
And how long have you lived up in the area?
Since 1988.
Right on. And can I ask what brought you here?
My wife.
Oh, okay. Understood. And you mentioned the Nature Center and your community involvement. What do you see are the priorities for Santa Clarita City Council for the next year or so, for the rest of the term, if you were nominated to it?
There's so many issues right now facing the city, and to prioritize one or the other is pretty difficult, but there's open space, senior center, public safety, drug abuse. I just saw on the news where there was a robbery in Valencia and teenagers doing this, and it's not good. So yeah, that's
do you have any for some of those issues, do you have specific approaches or anything you'd like to see the city do a little differently than what it's doing?
Actually, my approach to the city council would be you have to understand that when you're a city council person, you're representing all the citizens in the city. And so an issue comes up and you have to gather information from all sides. My job would be to listen to all sides and then try and come up with a concrete opinion on what is right, and then go to the city council and debate what we should do.
So you don't want to take a stance on something before you hear the debate and the discussion. Exactly. Is what you're saying. I gotcha. So can you talk to me, though, about looking back at what the city council has done over the past few years? One example from what you've seen as a resident of something that they've done really well, and maybe another thing that you've seen as a resident where you would do it differently if you were on the council.
The city council has done very well. The city has moved forward, and we're in a positive growth period. I would like to see more emphasis on traffic. It seems to be getting worse and worse, and we're growing. We're almost 219,000 people. It's going to be there. So I think we need to focus on some of those issues.
Now, as far as traffic, do you see the issues being more pronounced at one side of the valley as opposed to the other, or one area where they should concentrate on, or do you think it's a valley-wide issue?
I think it's pretty much valley-wide. It seems to be 14-5. No matter what time of day you go, it's always a lot of traffic. So we need to look at issues and get them resolved somehow.
Okay, and then so example of one thing the city council done that maybe if you were elected to the council you would do differently, as far as like a specific action or something that's happened in the city over the last few years that you've seen as a resident.
As a city council person, you're 1/5 of the whole thing. So as a team member, you got to work together, and so that would be my focus. Is there's no way that I personally can change anything.
Sure, and you've answered all of my questions, so thank you. I appreciate that, Jack, for you taking the time. Is there a message you'd like to get out? We have about a minute left, just to get to the city council. This is your chance to make your pitch.
Well, as a retired pharmacist, I own my own practice, and so I know about working budgets, working with people, team concept, and I think that I can best represent the citizens of Santa Clarita because I'm just an ordinary citizen, and I just have the time that I can put in and help the city council solve the issues before them.
Awesome. Well, Jack Levenberg, thank you very much for taking the time out of your schedule to come down here and talk to us.
Thank you so much.
There will be a special meeting January 17th where City Council will make their choice, so good luck to you on that day.
Thank you.